What's up, smarty people? KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, KeysDAN Show with some news. Oh my goodness, some news. History is being made as we speak, as we're living right now. Donald Trump has been found guilty. Will he go to prison? Donald Trump is the first former president convicted of a crime, and now he could be the first one sent to jail or prison. Trump was found guilty of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records, opening up the possibility that he could be incarcerated. Not only is Trump the first former president to be convicted of a crime, he's also the presumptive Republican nominee lined up for a likely rematch with President Joe Biden in November. Even though jail time is on the table for his conviction, he's expected to appeal the jury's decision. Legal experts told USA Today any jail or prison sentence likely won't take effect until after his appeal plays out, pushing it past the November election. Can Trump go to prison? The short answer, yes. Each felony count of falsifying business records elevated to a felony because prosecutors proved the purpose was to commit or conceal another crime carries a maximum sentence of 4 years. However, New York caps such sentencing. This type of felonies Trump faced, Class E felonies, at 20 years. Some New York litigators and legal experts told USA Today that Trump is likely to face only probation. Quote, with the defendant who has no prior criminal record, my absolute expectation would be a sentence of probation, end quote. Mitchell Epner, a New York litigator with decades of experience, said ahead of the trial. Others said jail or prison time is very much on the table, but likely under 4 years and potentially limited to months. Norman Eisen, E-I-S-E-N, a Brookings Institution senior fellow who served as special counsel to the House Judiciary Committee during Trump's first impeachment, co-authored a report looking at sentencing for other defendants with no criminal history who were convicted of falsifying business records in New York. Eisen, who noted the one construction executive was sentenced in 2015 to spend 2 days per week in jail for a year for falsifying records to hide payments in a bribery scheme. In 2013, 2 corporate executives were sentenced to between 4 and 6 months of jail time for falsifying records to misclassify their salaries as expenses under their employer's larger bribery and fraud scheme. Quote, this is a case that does not involve any physical violence, and it doesn't. There's not sort of a named victim, so to speak, and so the court is going to take that in consideration, end quote. Anna Kaminsky, who directs the Criminal Defense Clinic at New York Law School, told USA Today. Kaminsky added, however, that it will, quote, be very dependent on and also very interesting to see what the prosecutor asked for, end quote. At a press conference following the verdict, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg declined to preview what he will recommend to the judge. When will Trump be sentenced? Judge Juan Merchan will issue Trump's sentence in a July 11th hearing. Merchan instructed Trump's defense team to file any post-conviction motions by June 13th and told the prosecution to respond by June 27th. Those filings could include arguments from both sides about Trump's sentence. Defendants are sometimes remanded pending sentencing or kept in custody while they wait for their sentence. But legal experts told USA Today that is unlikely in this case. Can Trump bring the Secret Service to jail? Even before the conviction, logistical questions about Trump going to jail came up when he repeatedly violated a gag order restricting his public comments on witnesses and jurors. Among those questions is how the Secret Service will continue to work with Trump. He receives around-the-clock protection as a former president, which no judge has previously had to consider in a sentencing. Quote, if I were the judge, and I don't know what a judge would do in this case, I would reject out of hand the concept that because he was once president and because, as a matter of policy, the Secret Service guards former presidents, that therefore he can't go to jail, end quote, said John Moscow, a New York lawyer who spent 30 years in the Manhattan District Attorney's office. Moscow told USA Today ahead of the trial that the judge could get creative. For example, order the former president to stay in a hotel wing or military base. Merchant previously threatened to jail Trump if he continued to violate a gag order in the case, even as the judge acknowledged concerns about Trump's Secret Service protection. Quote, there are many reasons why incarceration is truly a last resort, end quote, Merchant said on May 6th of the trial. While he said he didn't want to jail Trump over the gag order, he would if, quote, necessary and appropriate. History in the making. This is KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Stick around for more KeysDAN Show. Peace. I'm out of here.